Well, good to chat. A couple of weeks actually since we announced your re-signing, but you are here for the 2023-24 campaign at Goldenton Road. Just a couple of months away, but can you give us your early thoughts going into the new campaign?
Yeah, I mean, excited to be staying for the year. Really, I loved my time here so far at the Blues. And yeah, it's been a couple of weeks now since we finished the season, and just enjoying a little bit of downtime, a little bit off time. But yeah, I think it won't be long till we're back in and we're back playing again. I can't wait.
How much do players reflect on a campaign? You talk about those couple of weeks. Have you had a chance to look at, from a team and a personal perspective, about how last season went, or is it a case of just keep on building straight into next season?
I think like during the season, you're in that bubble, aren't you, where you sort of just going game to game and you focus on the next thing. So sort of reflecting on it doesn't really come until these sorts of weeks after you've had some time off. So I've had a little bit of time to reflect, and obviously I think if you look back, we could be proud of what we've achieved this year. But yeah, I think if you look as a group, I think there's more to come, and I think we can progress on that for next year.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that we've got a lot of player announcements still to come. We haven't actually done that many so far. It seems to be continuity again will continue forwards. Do you feel like that's really crucial? Because as a group, you showed that you could progress from 2 seasons ago into this season, and it looks like you're going to be given the opportunity to go even further again.
Yeah, I think we made some really quality additions last year to a really strong core. And I think if we can do that again this year and keep hold of that core again, with the new integrated signs we had from last year, I think this team really can push on again. There's a lot of potential. We didn't quite, I don't think, reach our potential last year. We came close in a couple of games, a couple of occasions, but I think if we can stick together as a nice tight group that we are, then yeah, I think there's plenty more to come.
I know you don't like talking too much about yourself personally. You always preferred to focus on the team. It was an unreal campaign for you personally. I think over 200 points, championships lead in marksman. I think you led that from week 1 to week 22. It was never really in doubt. In terms of that performance, did you feel this was the season where it finally clicked for you at Bedford? Because you've been here probably a lot longer than your games have suggested.
Yeah, it does feel like I've been here for quite a while now, considering obviously with COVID and all that. So it's been a long time, but yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's fully clicked. I think this year's been a good year. It's helped being in a team that's succeeded, and we've had a strong coaching group as well this year. So I think a lot of that's contributed to my season that I've had this year. But yeah, there's still plenty of things that I can work on. I look to work on and get better for next year as well. So yeah, it's been a good one overall. But yeah, I want to continue to get better.
What we do know already is that the half-back pairing, the continuity remains the same. Alex Day and Louis Grimaldi also confirmed at the same time as you. How important is that next season, that in terms of those critical positions, the game-changing positions, we've continued that continuity for next season?
Yeah, I think it's massively important. I think like Daisy, Louis, myself, we sort of get the Bedford DNA now. It might take a little while for me and maybe less time for the others, but yeah, having that continuity in those positions is key, because at the end of the day we're the ones driving the game and the way that we're trying to manage the game. So I think it's huge, and then having the competition with Louis is great for me. Like, we chat daily around the ground and stuff. So yeah, it's important that I think we've managed to keep hold of all three of us, because yeah, it's been an enjoyable time for me personally, and I'm looking forward to working with them again next year.
That gives us a good springboard going into next season. In terms of those targets, do you look ahead to them yet? I know it's still 6 weeks off until we return to pre-season training. Do you target things already now, or is it a case of just keep ticking over, let's get to July, let's see what the full squad is, and then we'll build from there?
I mean, personally, I probably won't focus too much on the next season until we're back in July. It's nice to have those down weeks where you're not too focused on rugby, and you're more focused on just having a bit of a nice time, still trying to keep fit and all that. But yeah, I think mindset, it's nice to have that break. But I'm sure when we're back in on July 1st and everyone's in with the group, we'll have pretty clear targets of what we're setting out to do and what we want to achieve.
I guess you always want to look towards the future. Actually, we haven't completely signed off the more recent season. Friday will kind of do that with all the awards and presentations and things like that. You will present the Players Player of the Year award because you won it last year. Is it fair to say that actually last season you were probably favourite to get the award? It would be fair to say this year it could be a handful of different players. Does that just show how much of a team performance it was throughout the campaign, that individuals didn't particularly stand out, everyone played their part?
Yeah, I mean, you might argue there's a handful of players that performed at top level for week in, week out, so they've probably got the best chance. And yeah, I mean, I've no shame in saying that I look forward to handing that one over to one of the lads this week. And yeah, I'm looking forward to finding out who it'll be.